Hello, Lauren. Can you hear me? I am recording this, so I will try to post it in our Facebook group later on this evening. It takes a while to download to my computer and then for me to be able to get a link to put it in, blah, 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 nerdy stuff. Okay, so I want to show you guys, I actually really prepare for these every single Monday. So I'm not just like having you guys hop on and blowing crap up your butt. Like I am truly invested in all of you. I'm truly like putting in the work to help you guys grow your business. I know that a lot of the times I'm new at this too. I learn as I go. You know, I'm only 3.5 months in, but the one thing I will say is I've been running a business for like 10 years now. So, somebody gonna have to show their face. I'm talking to a bunch of blank screens. So anyway, I am really like, I'm not just hopping on here so I can talk and feel important. Like I really, really am wanting to pour into you guys and help you to grow your business. So before thank you, Chelsea. Like I'm talking to a bunch of black screens. Okay.
We finished our bathroom remodel, so I'm like putting all of our crap away. But I'm gonna mute myself because I sound like I'm a pack-a-day smoker.
Okay, so I want to start with shout outs. First shout out I have is for Shalina and for Chelsea Goins. Both for you. Chelsea Goins is actually judging cheerleading tryouts for somewhere. But both of you have been utilizing three-way calls whenever you get a new promoter or whether it be a customer or something. You guys have been getting people on the phone with somebody in your upline, and that is a giant step in growing your business. A lot of you are also using three-way messages, which is really great too. I know I'm looking at people now. 3 of you on here, I can tell you right off, Chelsea and Shalina and Courtney, all 3. I think I've done three-way messages with your customers at some point during the week. So thank you for using those. Utilizing your upline is one of the strongest tools that you can use. It doesn't even have to be me. It can be somebody above me. Just utilize your upline. I wanted to shout out Kim Weatherly. She hit VIP 800 on her husband's account. Erin Gravely or Gravely, I don't know how she says it. She hit VIP 800. Morgan hit VIP 800, Morgan Tabor. And Kelly Young hit VIP 800 on her husband's account. So I just wanted to shout out everybody who has hit goals this week. Hitting those goals, you know, it shows me that you're showing up, you're putting in the work. So with that being said, that brings me to the first thing I want to talk about tonight, and that is showing up. Of course, all of you guys are here tonight, which means that you are showing up. You are putting the work in and the effort that it takes to grow a business. And some of you, you may have a goal to be a 4K. You may have a goal to someday be a 200K. But whatever your goal is, you have to be realistic in how much effort that is going to take for you to put in. You can't expect to be an 80K and make, 2 posts a week on Facebook. It's going to take more effort than that. You can't expect to be a 4K and never show up. So you have to put in the work. You have to show up. I think I heard this quote, and I can't even tell you where I heard it, but I wrote it down. And somebody had said, when I'm working, I'm listening to working Zooms in the background all the time, trying to learn and grow my business. So I'm finding those lunch and learns. I'm finding anything I can get my hands on to basically grow. And if you don't know where to find those things, get with me. I will get you stuff to learn and to pour into yourself with. I will get you resources. So the resources are always available. All you have to do is send me a message, tell me what you want to learn about, and I will have you a link before lunch. But somebody said a quote, and it was, this industry can work for everyone, but not everyone will work for this industry. And that is so true. Like, people sign up thinking that MLM stuff is going to be easy money. It's going to be quick. And honestly, when I signed up, I thought it was a scam. So I didn't think it was going to be easy money. I thought I was going to do a lot of work for nothing. And I was wrong. And I'm so glad I was wrong. But most of you guys know me well enough to know that if this wasn't a real opportunity, I wouldn't be doing it. So I wouldn't put in the extra effort and work that I could be putting into my other business or my family if this wasn't worth it. So basically, you got to decide today what your goals are, what you want. You know, what are you willing to sacrifice and show up for? You know, is this for you to make $100 extra a month for groceries? If that's your goal, then great, so be it. But if your goal is to create freedom to travel and freedom for your family and freedom to do all of these things, then we're going to have to up our game a little. And I am here to run with those who want to run, and I'm here to walk with those who want to walk, but we just have to be realistic. If you come to me and you complain that, you know, I'm just not getting any customers, and I go and I look at your social media and I see that you haven't posted this week, guess who's going to be honest with you? I'm going to be like, well, dude, post, you know, do something. Because that's just me. And if it hurts your feelings, I'm sorry, but I'm honest. And I'm going to tell you if you're not putting in the work and you're complaining that you're not getting anywhere. And here's the thing. The people that you bring into this business are just as important as you are. You guys are more important to my business than I am, because all of you working collectively is so much bigger than I can do as one person. So if I didn't have all of you, I wouldn't be getting ready to hit 80K this month. That wouldn't be happening without you guys. I mean, this is a team effort all the time. And the people that you bring in are where you need to put your effort and your focus, the people that you need to pour into, because either they will catch your vision and see the opportunity that you have right here, or they won't catch your vision and you'll end up babysitting them and wasting valuable time on them. So here's the thing. When somebody comes in and they catch the vision, they can see the opportunity that is right in front of them and the money that there is to be made, the lives there are to be changed, then run with those people. Run with the people who need it. But don't spend your time babysitting or talking people off the ledge or whatever it is, because that's not your people, okay? You got to put your effort into the people that show up. I'm not going to chase you. I might check in with you, but I'm not going to chase you. Either you're going to work or we're not. Like, I don't have time to chase you. I'm chasing the people that are working. So showing up is huge. I don't know if I'm not allowed to tell like the public how much money you make in your paycheck. I'm going to have to look into this, or I can't like just publicly say it out loud. But I want you guys to realize I've been doing this for 3.5 months, and in any one of you, keep in mind, this team is not that huge yet. Okay. So this can be any one of you next month. Okay. Like, and the reason I'm so pumped up right now is because you guys don't, like, if you would have seen my paycheck on Tuesday, you would have had a stroke. And I'm telling you that because I was the person that needed to hear that from the people above me, because I didn't believe it was real. And I'm telling you that because I've only been doing this 3.5 months. And if you put in the work, it could be you in 2 months. So that's the reason that I'm trying to tell you. My paycheck has had commas in it for the past 2.5 months. Every single week, commas. Can we just, like, I mean, what would that do for your family? What would that do? I mean, just think about it. I mean, it's going to make it to where I don't have to spend every single Saturday in my life, like, bustling dresses. Like, I love wedding photography, and I've shot a lot of your weddings that are on this Zoom, or I'm getting ready to shoot your wedding. But there are some Saturdays I want to play softball. I want to go like on vacation. You know, so showing up and putting in the effort now is going to give you so much freedom later. I know people that are really close above me in our upline that are making 5 figures weekly. Okay. Think about what 5 figures weekly means. What could that mean for you? What could that change for you? So I'm telling you this not to brag or be like, oh, I'm making all this money, because that is not it. And I wouldn't be doing any of it without you guys. But I'm telling you this because it can be every single one of you that are here right now. And that's the reason that I'm telling you, like, I wish that I could just show it to you and I wouldn't get in trouble. But anyway, that's like kind of my rant about like showing up. I am going to post some links for you that Jamie Lindbergh, who is a 200K in our upline, she's created these links, and I'm going to hold this up. You guys see that chart? There's going to be 3 of these that I post later after this Zoom. And it's basically checklists that you can go through, and you can keep yourself accountable, and you can look at that and basically know, am I showing up? It has things on it like, did you spend 15 minutes posting or following up? Do you have 5 new reach outs every day? Hold on, somebody's wanting on the Zoom right now. Hold on. So all of those things, I'm going to post, there's 3 of these checklists that I'm going to post in our team Facebook page after this Zoom tonight. And I want you guys to download them, print them off, and use them when you're working. One of them is you can track your future thrivers. Like, so if there's somebody that you have on your list, if you were here last week or watched last week's Zoom, you know I talked about your to list. If you have someone on your list that you're wanting to thrive with you, you can basically track your interactions with them, and it's really smart. And then you have one basically that's keeping you accountable, and then you have one that's taking charge of your business. Basically, we need to just make sure that you're treating Thrive like a business, because that's exactly what it is. It's your business. So, okay, so that was showing up. Now I know that we had that promo last week, like the August, I don't know the dates, but it was like until the 15th, where if you bought so many promoter packs, August 1st to the 15th, or yeah, we're good, Jels. It's something like that. Anyway, where a lot of you bought promoter packs, and a lot of you did that with the intention of sending out samples to people, which is genius. But let me say, sampling is always your last resort, not your first. So don't go to someone who is getting ready to purchase your 4-week experience and say, well, do you want a sample first? Do not do that. Let them purchase their 4-week experience. You save your samples for your skeptics. You save your samples for the people that you know would be amazing if they were thriving. Crap, I just responded to the wrong person when they asked what time. And just now realized it right now. Shit. Okay, sorry if you don't cuss. I cuss like a sailor, and it's really hard to not. Anyway, Lauren is dying at me. Sorry, I know you have your kid like right there and I'm cussing. Anyway, so sampling is for your skeptics. They're for the people that you know would be amazing promoters or amazing thrivers, but you can't get them to drop the money and, you know, try it out because they're too skeptical. I was one of those people. I had to be sampled. But it's a good thing that the person that sampled me had a vision for me that I didn't see. So they knew that Thrive would enhance my life. They knew that Thrive could help me with my weight loss goals. They knew all of these things, and they also knew if I had a really good experience, I'd be a damn good promoter. So those are the people that you sample to, okay? Those are the people that you're like, yes, sample. Now, there are very few people that I ever give free samples to. I've given 3 free samples since I've started. 2 of them were a contest, and the other one was my dentist, because she literally knows everybody. And I know if she has a good experience on Thrive and she starts telling people, it's going to snowball. Do you see where I'm going? Those are the people that I will take the hit on a free sample for. Otherwise, people pay me for my samples, and there are reasons that I do that. 2 reasons that I think people should pay for samples. One is because you always want to give your product value. If you don't value your product, then the people sampling aren't going to value it either. And 2, it also makes them take that 3-day, 5-day sample, whatever you sold them, seriously. So basically, they're not going to just blow it off because they didn't pay for it. But, you know, if they spent $25 on a 3-day sample, they're going to get with you and try to make it, you know, the best of it, and try to really figure out, you know, if they want to do this because they spent their money on it. So, oh, he's so cute. Look at you, Lauren. Anyway, so you can do 1-day samples. You can do 1-day samples. You can do 3-day samples. You can do 5-day samples. I tend to usually do 1 or 3-day samples. I think 5 is too much. If you want to do 5, just buy the 4-week experience. Let's do it. 1-day samples are usually what I give out when I give people free stuff. So the dentist, I gave a 1-day sample. But when I'm selling samples, I do the 3 days. So I actually made a post today for a smart sampling post. And the reason that I made it is because I knew I was talking about it on this Zoom. And so I wanted you guys to be able to see an example of a post that you would make for smart sampling. So since I've made that post, and I made it maybe an hour ago, I have probably 6 people in my inbox paying for samples right now. That's 6 people who are probably going to order the 4-week experience after they sample these products, because we all know what Thrive is and what Thrive does for you once you try it. So these are 6 people that I hadn't talked to before, but I put up that post today about $25 smart samples. I have them ready to go. Drop an emoji if you want in on it. I have 6 people right now, and that was only an hour ago, so it may be more, that I'm mailing out samples to tomorrow. In 3 days, or whenever, it's going to be more because it'll take it a few days to get there, let's say 5 days, I'll most likely be placing their orders, right? Because they're going to love the products, because, you know, we're all here, most of us, because we loved the products. So that is the reason that I charge for the samples. The samples also are a great way to like kickstart things if things are a little bit slow for you in the moment. So I want you guys to go look at that post after this Zoom so you can see an example of what a smart sampling post might look like. So the next thing is, before I send a sample, here are the things that have to happen. Before I will mail it out, 1, they have to Venmo me or PayPal me the $25 that I'm charging for it. Thrive usually costs about $5 a day, and if you count in your shipping, that's about $6. So I did 3-day samples for 25 bucks. It's a little over what it would be, but I want to make sure that I'm placing value on my product. So $25 for 3 days, and shipping's on me, basically. So, but before I'll send, they have to Venmo me or PayPal me the $25. They have to make a free account with my link. If there's no free account, there's no sample going out. And the reason that I make them make that free account is because they can sample from me, and if they didn't make a free account, they can buy from anybody. So I don't want to send out my samples to people and then they go buy from Blow Schmo that didn't take the time to sample them and write them a thank you card and do all the stuff that I'm going to do. So if there's no free account, no sample. So before you send those out, free account. When they get their samples, you are to instruct them not to take anything until they talk to you. A phone call is best, but if it's someone that you can't get on the phone, a message will be okay. But I basically explain to them, here's what I explain on the phone before they even start. One, Thrive is one product broken down into 3 steps. And the reason that I explain how this works all together is because I want them to realize that they can't just do one step if they don't like, the shakes or something like that. It all works together. So I want them to know before they start that basically, you're going to take your capsules on an empty stomach, and then you are going to drink your shake 20 to 40 minutes later. And that is important because the shake is going to break down the capsules into the cellular level, and that your DFT is working all day long with your shake and your capsules. So I need them to understand before they start, I need them to understand how important all 3 steps of the system are. So that is the first thing that I explain once I get them on the phone or in a message. Again, on the phone is probably better because they'll understand the importance. And if you can't get them on the phone, try voice memoing, because at least then they can hear your voice and hear like how adamant you are and how important it is and how like passionate you are about the steps that they're about to do. So even a voice memo would be best. I also tell them on the phone when I'm sampling people, you may not feel a difference until day 10 or day 14. I was a day 2 thriver. I felt a difference on day 2. My husband was day 1. But there is a chance that, like my friend Jamie, who is in our upline, she didn't feel anything until day 10. And the reason that I tell them that before they start is because if they aren't a day 1 thriver or a day 3 thriver, I don't want them to think, well, I'm not going to order this. It didn't do anything for me. I want them to expect that it might not. And the reason that I want them to expect that is so that they will go ahead if they liked the shakes and they thought it was easy to incorporate the 3 steps into their day and into their routine, that they will go ahead and take a chance and order, knowing that it's probably a day 10 to day 14 thing for them. And I have never met anyone in 3.5 months that has done the 3 steps correctly and drank their water and done the times the way that you're supposed to, took the capsules on an empty stomach, the shake 20 to 40 minutes later, then the DFT. I've not met one person who has taken it seriously that it hasn't worked for. Not one. So now there are people who aren't going to take it seriously, who are going to give you 73 excuses as to why it didn't work for them. But I guarantee you they're probably dehydrated and didn't take their shake until like 2 hours after their capsules or whatever it was. But they're the type of people that make excuses. But if they do the 3 steps right, it is going to work for them. So that is the reason I tell them, you may not feel anything until day 10 to 14. This is just kind of your taste test, okay? This is to make sure that you like the taste of the shakes, that you understand, the importance of the system, that you're able to incorporate it into your day easily to see how easy it is every single morning. So I always explain that. Let's see. Another thing that I do, and I think it's genius, I offer to give them their money back when they order. And this isn't my idea. I learned it from someone way higher than me. That's the reason I can say it's genius. I wasn't like bragging on myself. I saw Lauren's face and I was like, oh, wait, that's, but someone way higher than me had mentioned doing this. I offer to give them their $25 back when they order off their order. And the reason that I do that is because I am going to, succeed so much more off of them being a long-term customer than I would from that $25. So I will say, you know what, when you order your 4-week experience, because I know that you're going to, because I know you're going to love this, like I love it, I'm going to give you your $25 towards your order. And that right there seals the deal for most everybody. If they're like, hey, I can get my $25 back off of my first order, heck yeah, sign me up. That seals the deal. So you don't have to do that, but it's a really freaking genius idea. So, and again, not my idea, someone way higher and smarter than me, but genius idea. The follow-up. I follow up all 3 days. So when I have someone sampling, I will check in with them the day before, explain to them how they do their 3 steps, and then I follow up with them on day 1. And I say, hey, how are you doing? Did you like the taste of the shake? I don't usually ask on day 1 how they're feeling because I wasn't a day 1 thriver. So they may not be feeling anyone. And I don't want me to say, hey, how are you feeling? And then they feel bad that they're not feeling. Does that make sense? So I always say, hey, how are you doing? Did you love the shake? Because the shake's freaking good, right? So I know that that's like a good topic or question that I can tell them. So then day 2, I'll follow up. Hey, wasn't the 3 steps, isn't it so easy to incorporate into your morning? Because I know Jamie, while I was a day 2 thriver, my friend Jamie wasn't until day 10. So I don't want to make them feel bad that they're not feeling anything yet if they're not. Most of your people will be though. But just in case they're not, I don't want to make them feel like they're missing something. So I always ask them about the experience. Day 3, hey, how are you doing? And by then they're going to know probably whether or not they're going to order. And that is when you are walking them through their order, basically. And you're going to give them their $25 back if you offered that and all of that stuff. So basically, okay, wait, I'm going to read the chat. That was my whole smart sampling thing. There's also a promo that is going on right now with Jamie Lindbergh. If you're not in Team Transform, tell me and I will add you to that group. But she is doing a smart sampling promo, and I think she's giving away like a freaking Louis Vuitton purse and Kendra Scott stuff, like all for like going through the smart sampling funnel that I just talked about. So I will add you to that. Right now is a great time to do that smart sampling so you can be entered into win your bougie stuff with Jamie. So Courtney asked me, I had a girl who made an account under me, talked her through promoting, and then she signed up under someone else. I thought getting her to make an account under me would prevent her from doing that. Courtney, I would, if it's not someone under you, I would probably, Courtney, you get with me afterward because I want to make sure it wasn't someone on our team before I tell you what I would do. If it's someone that is on Team GOAT, I would probably let it go and let the girl promote with whoever she wanted to promote with. But if it's someone that joined an entirely different team, then I would submit a compliance ticket, because if she made an account with you, it's against compliance for her to have a second account. And I want to say Lauren actually had an account with me through a promo that I did. And she is really good friends with someone else that thrives, but it's someone in my downline. It's on Shalina's team. And she messaged me and asked me, do you care? And of course I didn't care because it was on our team and it was helping Shalina and Morgan. So I was fine with that. But if it's not someone on our team, Courtney, I would submit a compliance ticket and I would give them the customer number and of the account that she has with you, and I would send that into compliance, and they'll probably shut down the second account, because that sucks when you spend a lot of time on someone and then they sign up with someone else. I get it. So, but if it's on our team, I'd let it go. Even if it's a side person, because I've had side people like sign up with somebody else and I'm not going to benefit from it, but it was still somewhere in my upline, my team. So Lauren, how do you know if they've created a free account? I'm assuming you're better off money-wise just ordering the 4-week pack, splitting up for sample, and then order 6 sample credit. Yep. Okay, so I actually broke this down before this Zoom. I'm glad that you brought it up. Ordering the sample packs is actually a little bit cheaper than you can do it and mail it out yourself from a 4-week experience. It's a little bit cheaper. I mean, it's maybe $1 or $2 a day. But here's the thing. I like to personalize it, put in a thank you card, make sure that, I like, give them, I'm able to sign them up with an account and give them a handwritten thank you and all the stuff, Court, she works amazing. Oh, they won't tell who reported Courtney. If she signed up under a different team, yeah, support a compliance ticket if it's not on our team. But so it is a little bit cheaper to do the sampling credits, but I tend to like to personalize it. So that's the reason I don't do it that way. It's not a huge difference. And if they've created an account before, it's going to tell you that their email is in use. So when they go to sign up with their email address, it's not going to let them. And they're going to say, it's saying that my email's already in use. And so what I say when that happens, I'm like, have you ever tried Thrive before? And if they say no, that they've never thrived before, never signed up with anybody, which happens because sometimes people will get people's email address and sign them up, which is crap, but they do it. Then I tell them to use a different email. If it is someone who hasn't thrived in a few years and used to thrive, I tell them to write in from their old account, cancel the account, and then sign up with me. If it's someone who made an account and never ordered, I tell them, go ahead, use a different email, sign up with me, but still make sure you cancel that other account. So those are kind of like the scenarios that I go through. Like, Lauren, you should cancel the account that you have under me. And just all you have to do is log in and write a support ticket saying that you want to cancel the account. They'll make sure that you're sure, and then they'll cancel it. So does anybody else have any questions? You can unmute yourself.
I canceled the one for
Okay.
me and for Scott that I created for you.
Perfect. And that's why we need to have people do. That's just to be compliant and be safe with everything. And honestly, it just saves anything like Courtney has going on, where, someone that she went through and worked with really hard went and signed up with someone else. So I get why they do that. And so I'm really I respect that wholeheartedly and try to get people to cancel their accounts, or if they've never thrived before, go ahead and order with me, but we still need to cancel the account. Anybody else have questions? I know that was a lot of smart sampling information. My showing up pep talk. I am so passionate about this for so many reasons. One, it has changed my life tremendously in the ability to lose weight, which is something I've not been able to do ever as an adult. But then the business aspect of it, y'all know that business is my thing, that's my jam. And the opportunity here, I see it so clearly. And I just want everybody else to see it and catch the vision with me. Because, this is staying home with your kids. This is vacations and providing a lifestyle for your family and a legacy for your family. It's a tremendous opportunity. And I get so excited about when you guys hit your goals and get those $400 bonuses, I get more excited than when I get my stuff. I get so pumped for you. So anyway, thank you guys for showing up. And again, every Monday at 7. And for your promoters that weren't here tonight, share this Zoom with them and say, hey, you didn't show up, go watch this Zoom, you missed it. So if you guys have any questions, hop in my inbox and I will talk to you soon. And I will post that stuff in the team page too, those tracking sheets. All right, bye y'all.